Hello everyone, welcome, welcome you all. So आज हम देखेंगे around what can be an ideal portfolio of around 10 stocks and these stocks will be are kind of an evergreen stocks that is supposed to give returns for next many years. So without wasting any time, let's deep dive. So first thing is what sectors should be considered. So I have considered two stocks each per sector, and if I talk about the sectors to be considered, so we have I have considered the secular growth sectors, which include FMCG, banks and NBFC, IT, of course, which is right now not in the trend. Finally, the next paints and chemicals, and lastly consumer durables. So let's go. So let's come to the sector one, which is FMCG. So this has been the sector which is usually called as recession proof, that I mean no one will stop eating food and using stuff. So this has been the wealth generator for decades. So let's deep dive. The first stock which I have for you in the FMCG bucket is none other than HUL. So HUL is, as you know, we have grown along with the products of the company. So this has around 63 brands, very common names like Rin, Lux, Red Label, uh, Quality Walls Ice Cream, and many others. And it has been associated with India with over 90 plus years, and it's a subsidiary of Unilever, which is a British and British and Netherlands-based company. So if I talk about the total returns, so last 5 years the return has been around 78%, and it's a large cap company with market cap of 6 lakh crore, and the stock is of low risk, and the volatility of the stock is less. So that's what is usually desired when you look at a consistent company. So that was around HUL. Now let's go to the second stock. So this one is the stock name is Varun Beverages. So to introduce Varun Beverages, so I think we all drink or have drank Pepsi at some or the other points in our life, and probably we do it every day. So Varun Beverages is the biggest franchisee of Pepsi outside US, and right now it has exclusive rights for India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, and along with there are three other African countries, I guess, which include Morocco, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. And if you talk about the products of the company, so yeah, I mean everyday stuff, Pepsi, like the Tropicana juice brand. Then we have Sting, which is energy drink, Gatorade, Aquafina, and others. So I think what is if you see the performance, what a great and super stock performance of 600 plus percent in last 5 years. And uh, yeah, I mean it has been a really a great performer, especially if I consider last 1 year also, it's more than 100%. So I guess we it's a great stock to own. Second one. So now come to the second sector, which is our evergreen banks and NBFC. So banks are known to be the the veins and the arteries of an economy. So no economy can function effectively without efficient banks. So that's why we got to have banks and NBFCs in our portfolio. So so the very first bank that I have is our own HDFC Bank. So this has been the biggest wealth generator. The company was incorporated in year 1995, and as of now it has more than 7K branches. And one interesting fact, it's the 10th most you know largest bank in the world by market capitalization. And last year I think we got a news that this has been merged with HDFC parent company. So together I think it would be an even more bigger company and an potent engine to generate shareholder returns, and it's a large cap company, which is the third largest company by market cap. So yeah, so that was it for HDFC Bank. The second stock, this is from the NBFC sector, is Bajaj Finance. So what a wealth generator this has been, especially in last 10 years. So this has been the biggest NBFC in India, which provides retail loans, for when you go to buy consumer durables like refrigerator, washing machines, you know, bikes, staff flow. You will see the Bajaj Finance guys sitting over, all the all, sitting on the kiosks of the consumer retailers. So yeah, I think it has been the most efficient NBFC, and it has been the gold standard in NBFC. So right now the company AUM is around 2 lakh crores, and it has rapidly grown. And one interesting fact is its all time returns are around 1.3 lakh percentage, which is mind boggling. You know, absolutely, super performance in terms of shareholder returns. Okay, so that was it for the banks and NBFC sector. The sector number three, which is an evergreen sector, is of course IT sector, which has been in the forefront of giving jobs to millions of Indians, and this is from where the middle class India has been really created, and we have all enjoyed the roots of global exposure. So the first talk I have in the IT bucket is HCL Tech. So as you know, it's the third largest IT company, headquartered in Noida, and it started in year 1991 as an independent software company. And the company has been established well before that, but yeah, it started as an IT company in 1991. It has been the company has got a very good dividend yield also, around 3.5 to 4%. So we you can earn both by getting around 3.5 to 4% dividend yield, and obviously we have got capital gains. If I talk about last 5 years, so the stock has doubled with around 114% return. So that was HCL Tech. The second stock which I have is a very strong growth stock, though it's not as large as Infosys or HCL, but it's a mid-tier stock. The company is LTI Mindtree. It's from the LTI group. It's from the L&T group, and this company has been recently merged out of LTI and Mindtree. And if you see the return, that has been really great for last 5 years. It is more than the stock price has tripled. It's around 233.6%, and it has been a very fast grower. So if you like mid cap IT, now I guess it's more again into a large cap category, but still one of the smaller large caps, or you can say the bigger mid caps. I think this whenever the IT does well, I think LTI Mindtree would will are is always on the forefront to deliver shareholder returns. The fourth sector that I have is chemicals. This is also one sector which seems to be in a secular trend, and has been a long-term wealth generator. The first stock in the chemicals space is none other than Pidilite. So I think we have grown with this brand right from our childhood. So I mean, it has got evergreen brands like Fevicol, Fevikwik, M-Seal, and and there are some other more such prominent ones. So it's clear market leader, and it has got clear monopoly in the adhesive space. So no company even comes close to you know what Pidilite has got the position in the market. And yes, if you see the return, so it's again great. The stock has more than doubled itself in the last 5 years, and if you see even last 10 years and 15 years, this has always been a consistent compounder kind of stock, and it's a large cap stock. So I think it's highly recommended to have Pidilite in your portfolio. The next talk is from the specialty chemicals space. So I think this space has been really liked and it has created a lot of buzz in the last 3 4 years, with especially with uh, China, stepping down on the specialty chemicals due to environmental concerns. I think our Indian companies have really taken that as an opportunity to scale up. SRF, I think it's kind of an conglomerate which with 35% of the of its business of specialty chemicals and fluorochemicals. So if you so you must be knowing about refrigerant gases, right? So it's fluorine. So there are only two players, SRF and amine fluorine. SRF is a clear leader. The other two segments which in which SRF is present and is doing well is technical textiles and packaging film and film packaging business. Film packaging is slightly cyclical, but its specialty chemical business is a secular one, and it's a structural growth story. So I and last five, and you see the returns of last 5 years, it's 470%. So absolutely, you know mind-boggling returns. So yes, I think this company has really grown. Right now, it's a market cap of around 70,000 crores, and it's ranked 71. And yeah, I think stars really look bright for SRF. So I think this is really a stock to own. Lastly, let's go to the last sector. So this is consumer durable. So this sector includes all the uh, durable stuff like jewelry, like you know uh, appliances, pipes, cables, and stuff like that. So let's go to the stop number one, which is our own Titan. So I think most of you would have known the history. So we started with watches business. So there was a time when the only watch brand was Titan, but then slowly and steadily it diversified into many businesses. Right now, its most prominent one is Tanishq, which is the number one jewelry brand in India. And at a pan India level, Tanishq is the number one brand. And along with Tanishq, so I think it has gone into it has ventured into stuff like Carrot Lane, which is again artificial jewelry. Then you have Titan Eye Plus, which is eye gear, and and uh, there are other brands like Sonata, Fast Track. And one interesting fact is, I think you must have all known about Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. So, unfortunately, he passed away last year. So, so this was the main stock by which he really made his, you know, most significant wealth. So he's known as the Warren Buffett of India. So this was a stock which really led to his rise as an most successful investor in India. So I think yes, I think future looks very bright for Titan as the shift happens from the family jewelers to the to the national chains, which is led by Titan. So yeah, I think it's highly recommended stock. And finally, a stock which is a mid cap stock. So this is the stock name is Polycab. So so this is a market leader in the wires and cable segment. So this wires and cable segment has been a very fragmented segment with a lot of what you call local players. But right now there is a shift happening from local to pan India players to formal players like Polycab, KEI wires, Finolex cables, and with the focus by government on infrastructure development. I think really this whole wires and cable segment is poised to grow at really great speed in years to come, and Polycab being the market leader will definitely get the best benefits of the growth in the sector itself. So there are a lot of tailwinds in the sector alone with focus on infrastructure, and along with wires and cables, Polycab is now also heavily investing in the fast moving electrical goods segment, which is like switches, fans, lights, and all the all the electrical fittings. So that is also an emerging area where Polycab is growing and they really want to see themselves as a major player, in that particular area. So yes, I think there are a lot of growth drivers for Polycap, and that's why I have kept this in my stock list. So this was the last stock in our portfolio. So thank you all for listening to me, and hope if you like the video, do subscribe, do press the subscribe button. Thank you.